I'm covering the Linux, right? So if you want to get the presentation for the Linux, so I'll be sharing all those presentation topics which I'll be covering as part of this training. Okay. And second thing is I'll be also, guiding you how you can configure your system. So in Linux, in case of Linux, right? So in my case, I have few options I can use. So one of them, some of them is cloud environment. So on cloud environment, I can use any environment. Okay, either GCP, AWS, and Azure. Okay, and even we can use Linux on our laptop also, on system also. Okay, so first we need to install the environment, and then we can do the hands-on on those on that environment. Okay, so there is two ways, right? One is cloud environment, which is already there. So just you need to create the account and you can log in and you can create the Linux virtual machine. Okay, and second option would be your laptop, where you need to install the VirtualBox or VMware. There you need to create any Linux machine. Okay, and I think you are using Windows, right?
No, sir. I use this is a Mac, but I have
Okay,
terminal in this.
no, that's fine. That's good. If you have Mac, Mac is basically based on the Linux. Okay, so you don't require any other environment in that case. Most of the commands you can run in the Mac related to the Linux. Okay, but let me share my screen and let's see how it. Oh, so just let me share my screen. Just okay. I hope you can see my screen now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Okay. So coming to this Linux, right? In my laptop, right? I already have Linux with the Windows with Windows system. Okay. So one option is using WSL. So in Windows, actually, you have this WSL option. You can directly use this WSL. And WSL means a Windows subsystem. The full form of WSL is Windows subsystem, which works as a Linux environment in Windows system. Okay, so whatever command you will write here, it will take as a Linux command, and it will perform the operation whatever you want to perform. Okay, but before going to this part, let's understand actually how Linux works, what are the architecture of Linux, and what are the distributions are available for the Linux. Okay, so coming to this one, I'll be just quickly covering what are the things we have in Linux. Okay, so basically coming to this Linux, we have two things called Linux and Unix. Okay, so Unix is the operating system. Okay, but Linux is not an operating system. Linux, we called it just a distribution. We have multiple distributions like Ubuntu, RHEL, and CentOS and Debian. So these are the distributions. We will talk about those, but let's understand the basic architecture of Linux or Unix, how it works. Okay, so Linux or Unix, it's an operating system which was firstly developed by the developed in 1960, and it has been under constant development ever since by operating system. So right now we use Linux operating system, which has more secure compared to the Windows operating systems, and where we can use you know CLI options. So like you have in Windows a GUI option where you can create the folders, where you can create the files directly from user interface. But in Linux, actually, there is no option of user interface. You need to use the command line until you completely install the Linux in your environment. Okay. So basically right now, if I show you, this is my environment. This is my CLI. command line where I can hit a few commands of Linux, okay, and I can check whatever the files, so whatever the on what location actually all files are there and all. Okay, I can create the files, I can create the folders and everything. So we will discuss each and everything, but let's go step by step how it works. Okay, so coming to the architecture of Unix or Linux. Okay, so this is the architecture where we have these few layers. So the first layer is hardware layer, and second layer is the kernel layer, and third layer is the shell. Okay, and fourth layer is the application programs. So hardware layer means you should have any hardware where you want to install or configure the Unix or Linux operating system. And in Windows actually you have the kernel also. Okay, so kernel basically is a part of any architecture where you manage the application programs, and we called it as a heart of this Linux or Unix operating system, this kernel. Okay, and then we have a shell means it's a user interface from where actually you can write the commands, and it will directly interact with your hardware. So let's say I have a hardware where I have configured CPU and memory, and I have a networking configuration, everything I configured, and I want to check basically how much memory and CPU are there for my operating system. So I can hit the command, so I can write the commands on with the help of shell, and I can get the output from the with the help of kernel. So kernel is the mediator between this hardware and shell. Okay, and I'll write the command on shell, and kernel will perform the action on the hardware side. Okay, so this is the process, and this is the application program where you actually can install the softwares, and you can manage the software. So FTP, mail server, DBMS. So these are the type of application programs which you can install on this top of this operating system. Okay, so this is just a basic architecture of Linux and Unix architecture. These are basic theory of Linux, Unix history we called it. Okay, so when it was came into the picture, and who developed this. Okay, so I'll share this presentation to you. I want to focus much on theory part. You can just go through. It is not required actually that much. No one asked about this history of Unix and Linux, but for just sake of information, I have mentioned in this presentation. So you can just go through who developed this Linux, and how in which year actually it was created, and how it is came to the picture, and what are the benefits of using the Linux or Unix operating system. So these are the few points which is mentioned here. Okay, so you can just go through these all points here. So I'll just share with you. It is not required. It is not also important much. Okay, so this is just in theory part. Okay, so coming to that next part of Linux, where we will understand what are the distributions are available for the Linux. Okay, so let me just open the new presentation. Just a minute. Uh, just a minute. Yeah. So Linux distributions, we will talk about what are the distributions are available for the Linux, or we called it as a flavor. Okay, so in Linux actually we have few distributions like Reddit, which is called RHEL, Ubuntu. Okay, and apart from that we have CentOS and Debian, Linux Mint. Okay, or then Fedora, OpenSUSE, architecture Linux. So most famous, if I tell you what are the distributions are there, so most famous is Ubuntu, RHEL, CentOS, and Debian. These are the four which is most famous, and we these are popular because most of the startups, most of the software as a applications or social networking and cloud-based application uses this type of distributions in the Linux. Okay, and if you are thinking what are the difference between these all distributions, so there is no difference on the architecture level of Linux. These are the distributions. Let's say I have one page of words. So my way to write those words would be different and your way to write those words would be different. So similarly, we can apply here as well in Linux. So in Linux, actually, we have distribution. So we can differentiate those distribution with the different commands. So the CentOS, Ubuntu, Reddit, these all follow different called it package managers. With the help of those package manager, actually you can uninstall the software applications inside the operating system. Okay. So in our case, actually, I'll be showing you on the Ubuntu, so which is most famous. Okay, okay, and RHL also. So these two, I think these two we mostly use due to the security, because in Linux actually we have a more security compared to the Windows, because there due to the configuration, network configuration, due to the firewalls, due to the SE Linux. So these are the features which comes with the Linux. Okay, and you can secure your application which you have deployed on the servers which is using Linux. Okay, so let's directly jump to the practical, where I will show you if you are not having any cloud account, so how can you use the Ubuntu? Let me tell you. So see,
Sir,
so
like all these are
mm,
similar, sir. Means Ubuntu, CentOS, and
yes, so all are the distributions of Linux. Okay, we can say whatever operation you want to perform on the Linux, you can perform on all the distributions. But there is a difference with the commands only. So let's say you want to install VS Code. Okay, so if you want to install VS Code, so you have to use different package manager. How you install in the Windows? Directly you go to the browser and you find the link to download for Windows, and you can download exe file, or either you can download zip file. Okay, so these are the two ways. But in Linux, actually, you can install through package managers directly. So in Ubuntu, we use package manager called APT. Okay, so APT is the package manager. With the help of that, you can install that any software. Or in RHL, if I talk about, there is a package manager Yum. We use Yum. Okay, and similarly in CentOS and RHL uses mostly the same things, and Ubuntu and Debian uses same things. Okay, same package managers mostly.
yes, sir. Actually, they told me that they'll be using CentOS, sir.
CentOS.
Yeah, they
Okay,
told.
nice. Okay, CentOS, that's fine. Now, CentOS means it's work with the Reddit command line. So Reddit and CentOS both are same. Okay, so we can cover CentOS as well. That's fine. And CentOS and Ubuntu and Debian both work on the same platform. So if you want to use CentOS, so that is fine. But let's configure the environments today. Okay, not wasting time. We can configure the environment. So I'll suggest you, or I also recommended you to create one cloud account. Do you have any cloud account with you?
Yes, sir. Uh, I recently created a GCP account, sir. It is
GCP account.
free for 90 days.
Correct, correct. Exactly. So if you have GCP account, right, let's follow. Let's follow me and I'll tell you how to create the CentOS machine. We will play around the CentOS as of now. Okay. So as you said, they'll be using CentOS. So I'll be also using CentOS to, you can also get familiar with the CentOS environment, how it does look like. And in future, if you get any task and everything, so you can just see like how you can run the commands and all of that. Okay. Okay, so I have also one account in GCP. Let me share this first. I think I have that. Just a second. Yeah. So there is a Google Cloud account you have already with you. So you can also log into your Google Cloud account simultaneously with me. Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you logged in?
Yes, sir.
All right. There is a project which I'm right now in. So I have few projects. Actually, the architecture of GCP Google Cloud is first you create the project, and inside the project you can create the virtual machine. Okay. So I hope you understand what is virtual machine. So virtual machine is an machine which is you can use virtually. Okay. So it is not a physical machine which use your storage and spaces in your physical environment. It is a virtual machine. It means it uses virtualized. It is a virtualized environment machine. So you don't need to use any physical memory and CPU for that machine. You can use from the cloud environment. Okay. So here, if I show you, so this is my Google Cloud account, and here is the option that is called Compute Engines. Okay.
Mm.
So click on this Compute Engine.
Yes, sir.
Uh, okay, so let me do one thing. Let me create one new project here. System. You don't need to create it. Let me create it. Okay, so right now we are here. So now let me enable the API because this is a new project. If you are getting any difficulty, let me know. Okay, I will help you in that. So I'll just enable this API first.
Sir, what do you mean by an API, sir?
API. Okay, so in Google Cloud, actually, every service, whether it is compute engine, whether it is Kubernetes, whether it is any service, okay, whatever you use, you need to enable the API, application programming interface, it is called. And in Google Cloud, right now, by enabling the API, so you will be able to use your services. If you don't enable these API, you can't use the services. So Google has made this all services in a way where you first need to enable the API, then only you can use that services.
Okay.
Hmm. Right now we have right now I have enabled that. So see, right now you are on the same page.
Yes, sir.
All right. So there is an option create instance. Okay. So you need to just click on this create instance. Okay. And this is the name of the instance which you need to give here. So I'll just give it CentOS VM, CentOS VM, CentOS virtual machine, CentOS VM. Okay. Just give the name here, CentOS VM. Okay. Now coming to this cloud, right? So in cloud, actually you need to select the region in zone. So once I will cover the cloud part, right, then I will discuss what is this region, what is this zone. Let's understand here. Let's say you have a one group, okay, and you have four groups actually. Okay, and you have a four type of colors. Okay, and maybe there are four people those want to select those four colors. Okay, so how you will distribute those colors to that groups? So you can just mark those group as a group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. Okay, and you can just distribute the four colors in a different groups, and you can assign each group to the individual person. Similarly, in the cloud, here we have reason. Reason means this is the location. In particular reason, let's say this is my Los Angeles or this is Las Vegas. Okay, LV, and we have a reasons, Belgium or Asia specific reason. Okay, and in Asia actually you have a multiple zones. So each region can have three or four total zones. So let's say I am the person who is sitting in Asia, India, and I'm in the region of India where I have zone as a let's say, let me show you that. Just a minute. Let me select the region Mumbai. Okay, so in India, in Asia, we have Mumbai and Delhi. These are the two regions are there. So let me select this region. Okay, so in this region I have this data centers of cloud. So Google Cloud has data centers in Mumbai where we have three zones, south 1, south B, and south C. Okay, so I can use any of the zone which is there in this region. Okay, and it is nearby to me. So it means if I create anything, any application, if I deploy in this virtual machine which is in this Mumbai region, so there will be lower latency for me. Okay, so lower latency means I'll get the responses very quickly compared to the other locations. Okay, so that is the use case of this region and zones. You will understand it better later once we will come to this cloud part later. But just now let's select region. I'll select the different region in that case. So I'll select US Central 1. So let me search for this US Central 1. Yeah. So US Central 1 has four zones. So I'll select any of them. And this name should be small cases. I have to use small cases. Okay. So reason is done, zone is done, name is done. Now size of machine, which type, like what, how much memory, how much CPU you want for the machine. So we will go with the default one, E2. E2 is the type of machine which has the memory and size limit. Okay, and we will see how much you want. So E2 has E2 medium, that has two CPUs and 4 GB of memory. Okay, so one core CPU and 4 GB of memory you want. If you want to increase, if you want to use more than that, so you can use standard high memory in CPU. So but let's go with this E2 medium right now, which has 2 CPU, 1 core, and 4 GB of memory. Selected, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now coming to, we don't need to go to this right now. Okay. So I will tell you what you need to select right now. Apart from that, we will discuss all other points later once we will come to this cloud part. So right now we are just discussing the Linux part. Okay. So now there is a next option that is called boot disk. Okay. So in the boot disk, by default, it is using the image type as a Debian, but actually we want to use CentOS, so we have to change it. So let's change from here. So this is the option, change. I'll click on this change, and operating system. So select the operating system CentOS instead of using Debian. So CentOS I selected, and CentOS we have a few versions. CentOS 7 with this architecture, and we have 64 architecture, CentOS 9 also. So we will go with the CentOS 7 right now, which has lower cost. And next is the disk size. So every time if you create any machine in cloud, you should have disk space. Okay, so how much memory you want? So we want 20 GB of memory. It is a ROM, I mean a memory hard disk, or we can call it. So normally whenever you create your machines in your environment, it take the space from your host operating system. But right now as we are creating in the cloud, so it will take from the cloud that disk space. So 20 GB I'm using default. Mhm. That's all. So you have selected whatever the options I told you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Now there is no need to change anything. We can go with the default. There is also no need to change anything. There is also no need to change anything. So just one thing. There is an option allow HTTP and HTTPS. So allow HTTP and HTTPS both, because we will create few applications and we need to access those on this port number 80 and 443. So just create that.
Okay.
Okay. So let's create
Yeah.
this now. So it's being created now.
Sir, so now we are actually creating a virtual computer,
Machine.
right? It's a
Yeah,
VM.
virtual machine. Correct, correct. Virtual computer, virtual machine.
So we are selecting all the needs that we want for the machine which we want to use it virtually.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay.
So I've created it, and once you will see this green mark here, and it will show you their instances running. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's connect to this instance. Okay. So how to connect? So there is an option connect. If you see this option connect, so connect means there is a down arrow is there. So once you will click there in the down arrow, you will see these few options. Okay. I'll go with this G Cloud command line. So this is the last second option, G Cloud command line. Click on this option. It will give you one command. Copy this command here. Okay, copy this command here, and there is an option in the below run in Cloud Shell. Okay, run in Cloud Shell. So click on this run in Cloud Shell. So it will open the Cloud Shell. Now enter. It will ask you to authorize this Cloud Shell. So let's just authorize it. Okay. Have you done that?
Yes, sir, but the terminal didn't open yet. It's still
Okay.
connecting.
It is in process.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, let's wait a minute. Is it done?
No, sir, it's still connecting.
Yeah, if any issue is there, I can see. If you want to share your screen, you can share it.
Yeah, okay. Sir, am I visible, sir?
Uh, yeah, let me see. Just a minute. It's loading, I guess. Yeah, yeah, I can see now. It's connecting. Okay, it's connecting.
Yeah,
How long it is connecting? Wait.
it's been on like 2 minutes, sir.
You are opening it first time?
Actually, I created an instance, sir. I opened it. I opened the virtual machine. I chose the first option recently, like in a browser window.
No, no, no. This terminal, Cloud Shell, are you opening it first time after creating this GCP account?
Means what do you mean by cloud shell, sir? Means I didn't get you.
Okay. Hmm. There is a. Can you close this cross this? There is an
Okay.
option on the top. Uh, just a minute. I can't see. Okay, Cloud Shell. Yeah. So if you see this search option on the right, top right corner, search option. Yeah. Hmm. Just near to search. There is a option. Yeah, this one. Open this.
Okay.
This is the Cloud Shell. It means
Yeah.
uh, one dedicated one dedicated virtual machine will be provided to you, and you can use that machine to connect your instances in the Google Cloud. That machine that is called Cloud Shell.
Yeah, I didn't open, sir. I didn't open it.
Okay, that's why it's taking time. It is provisioning. It is being provisioned. So let's wait. I guess it will take around 2 to 3 minutes. Uh, Once it will be provisioned, you will be able to connect. Did you previously use ever this Google Cloud virtual machines? Do you have any idea about this?
Yes, sir. Actually, I recently I learned how to create a project and how to create a virtual machine. That's
Okay.
it, but I never used the virtual machine before. Means like
Mm.
I don't
Oh,
know the commands and what
mhm.
are the things we need, what are the things they use the virtual machine. I don't know
Okay,
about that. So
got it. Yeah.
I just means I tried to learn the basics of the Google Cloud.
Mhm.
So
Sure, sure. Okay, got it.
yes, sir.
Hmm. Now, now you click on this connect. Below the connect, down arrows there, right? Down arrows there. No? So you need to copy that command
Uh,
on the instance
which
which you created. Yeah, click on
this
this
one?
one.
Okay,
Yes. Uh, view gcloud command, fourth option.
okay, this one.
Copy this command and paste this in the cloud shell.
Okay,
Yeah, enter. Authorize.
yes, sir. Should I enter
Okay.
next?
Yes.
So it's asking enter paraphrase.
Yeah, you just wait just a minute. Let me see here. Actually. Uh, okay, enter, enter, enter. Hmm. Just wait. Yeah, you are in the VM now. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. You can stop sharing a screen. You'll share my screen. Hmm. All right. Right now we are in the VM. Okay. So right now I'm in the VM. So this is my VM. Okay. And there are few commands, basic commands. We will learn about those basic commands in the Linux today, how those command works, and what are the distributions you are using. Okay, so as we have the CentOS machine, so we can only run the commands which will be applicable to the CentOS operating system. Okay, so coming to the basic commands, what we're gonna cover here, so let me share one more presentation with you. Uh, so we have few basic commands which is mostly used by any of the Linux distribution. It is not specifically for CentOS or Debian or Ubuntu. It is for all distributions which will be frequently used, and you will use these all commands in any of the Linux system. Okay, so first command is pwd. Okay, which actually display the present working directory. Pwd, present working directory. Let me run this command here, or not here, just a minute. Here we are in the VM, and let me search. Let me run this pwd. So it will show you this is my pwd, means home directory. You can also run in your Google Cloud account. So this is my Google Cloud account where this is the user techno. Okay, the techno, and this is home directory, and it will show you the present working directory. If I move somewhere, let's say if I create an directory and if I move somewhere, then also you can check pwd. So we will frequently use right now. Right now, just you understand what are the basic commands are there, but we will see in action definitely later also. Okay. Now coming to the next command, that is called cd. Cd means change directory. So changes the current directory to the directory. It means if you have, see, let me show you that. Right now we are, do we have anything in our system? So to firstly you check the command ls. Ls means listing. So we are listing, we don't have anything right now. Okay. So if we don't have anything, can we create something? Okay, so to create something, let's say file or directory. So first we will focus about the directory. If you, let's say you want to create a directory, so how to create the directory? So the command is mkdir. Mkdir, make directory. Mkdir, make directory. And the name of the directory, let's say project. I'm creating project directory. So mkdir and then project is the name of the directory. So I, directory means folder here. So folder directory is the same thing. Okay, so I created directory or folder. How can I check whether this is created or not? So you can list it with the ls command. Ls is the listing. So you can list it and it will show you right now this is the project and this is your directory. Now how can I change it? How, right now my present working directory is home and the techno directory. And then you need to move, let's say I want to change my directory. I want to go inside this project directory. How can I go? So to go inside this, cd is the command, and name of the directory in which you want to go here. So you can just cd and the type of project. Okay, and enter. So right now you see this. So right now it will show you the project here. So if I check again the present working directory, so it will show you this home, technoted, and project. This will show you. Okay,
Hmm.
so yeah, so this is, these are the commands: pwd, cd, project name, I mean directory name, pwd, ls, and kdir to creating the directory. Ls is the listing of something, list out whatever you have in this directory. So again, if I list out, do I have anything? I don't have anything because it is a empty folder, empty directory. Again, that's why. So I hope you understand this all commands. Let me show you what else. Yeah, ls is the listing. We have already seen this listing. And see, so coming to this, this is very important part. So each command, whatever we use, have few options. Okay, so how can I check basically what are the options are available for any of the command? Okay, so in Linux we have two commands. One is main command, second is help command. Main, man, main, and help, help, help command. Okay, so let's say I don't know how ls is work. Ls means listing. So how ls is work? So I can use main and type ls command. So I want to see, I want to check how my ls command is work. So I can enter main ls and I entered. Then I see this all information. Ls means listed directory content. Okay, and this is the syntax: ls, then option, and then file name. Okay, so ls option. So what are the options we have? So these are the options. If you see hyphen a means do not ignore entries starting with dot. It means it will list out all those files x, including including those files which start with a dot also. Usually what happens when we run ls command, it ignores files which start with a dot. This is also called hidden files. Okay, so actually it will show you these all files which start with a dot. So that's why we can use this option hyphen a, hyphen capital A. Then author is not required actually. So you can enter it again. You can enter more. There are lots of options. A, D. If you want to see directory, hyphen D you can use. Hyphen F you can use. Okay. Hyphen F, hyphen G, hyphen H. So there are lots of options. I won't be able to cover all these, but mostly what we do, we usually use ls hyphen la to see the hidden files like that. Okay, let me close this. Okay, now if I see ls, I showed you the options. Now option is ls hyphen l a. It means it will show you all the files which is hidden also. Dot which start with the dot. So see this, it will show you this dot. Okay, so these are not files which is, but it is just cache files. Okay, and it will show you the detail also about the files. So you see this detail, right? We will talk about it what are the detail is, but it will show you this. You it is also, this is the also. Okay, so it means each command has more options, so you can use any of the options. ls hyphen la. Okay. So ls hyphen l, ls hyphen l, if you use, it will show you the detail about those directories or files. And if you use a option also with the ls, it will show you hidden file also. Okay, and then we have a cat command. Cat command actually we use to concatenate and display the files. Okay, so to display the files or to concatenate something inside the file, you can use cat command. Cat command. Okay, so let me show you how it is look like. Yeah. Cat command, no. Okay, so right now, okay, so before that, I mean, okay, what is my present working directory? My present working directory is home, the technodet, and the project. Let's see, I want to go back in the one directory. So how can I go back? So first you need to write cd and dot dot two dots you need to write. You will be out of this present this project directory. Okay, so let's enter. See this present working directory now. So I'm out, and right now I'm in the correct, I mean I'm on the initially where I was, I'm on the same path right now. You can see this. Okay, so I can now ls also, so it will show you the project as a directory here. And if I do ls hyphen l, okay, so it will show you the detail about this directory. Okay, so like who is the username, who's the group, and when it is created, all these detail. And if I use ls hyphen la, it will show you all the hidden files as well. So this is dot ssh project dot bash rc dot bash logout profile. So these are some hidden files which only ls option does not show, right? Got it. So these are the
Sir,
few.
what is ls minus l, sir?
ls minus l will show you the detail, like when this file was created, who is the user, this is the username, and who's the group name, this is the group name, and what is the size, so this is the size, and this is the time when it was created, and these detail it will show you the ls hyphen l command. Hmm, right. Now, okay, now let's say cat command, no. So cat command basically we use to concatenate or display the output of any of the files. But let's see how we actually create the files. We saw that how to create the directories, how to create sorry, how to create directory we have already seen. So let me switch to this directory which I created. How I can switch? Change the directory, and name of the directory is a project directory. Right now I can do ls, it means there's nothing. Let me create a file, so I can use touch command, touch command, and file name, so file one, let's say file one dot txt. So this is my file one which I want to create. So touch is the command. With the help of touch command I can create the files. So I create the files, I entered, and I see the ls command. Again, I will list whatever the commands are there. So let me list out, and I can see this time file one has created now. File one has created now, and it is in the list. So if I do ls hyphen l again, so what it will show? username, group name, time when it was created, and size.
Size.
Yeah, these all details. See this? So it will show you these details. This is the size, this is the username, this is the group name, and this is your date it was created, 12th of June time. Said the zero, no, zero is basically it's a size. This is the size, but this is the counting. Yeah, I think this is the counting or what. Let I will show you basically these two, zero and one. These are two different things. We will see that actually later. But right now, just you focus here. What ls icon l shows all these details about the files. Okay. Now we have created the files, but there is no content. So how can I concatenate? How can I concatenate the content, or how can I append the content to the file1.txt file? So in that case, we can use cat command. So now cat, okay, and the greater than sign like that, and the name of the file. So this is my file. I entered then, and now you can write your content. Let's say hello from India. Hello from India. First line is this. Second line is hello from uh USA. Okay. So like that. And third line also I can write content I'm writing. Hello, I'm learning DevOps and cloud, like that. Okay. Now if you want to stop to writing, so you can enter and you can press Control C. Okay, so once you will press Control C, the content is already there in this file. How can I check the content? Similarly, cat command, it also displays the content also. So cat and file name. So cat file name, and I can see it will show you these three lines. Whatever I have written, it will show you these three lines. I have written these three files, three lines on this. Okay, so this is called cat command, through which you can append the content to this file. You can also display the content. Okay,
Sir, after writing the text, you need to press Enter and Control C.
after writing,
After the text, like hello and
yes,
everything.
enter and Control C. Yes, enter and Control C. Correct.
Okay.
Got it right. I hope you are
Yeah.
able to do. Yeah. Okay. Now coming to the few more command. See, so right
Sir,
now
how
there
to
is
print the files and then means like I just wrote the commands in the file. So next
hmm,
I need to put cat file and text.
no cat and file name. This is my file name.
Cat and
File name. Whatever the file name you have, you can display the content.
oh yes,
Hmm, okay.
yes sir, it's displaying.
Okay. Now, let's say this screen is, I have written multiple things. If you want to clear the screen, you can write clear, C-L-E-A-R, clear. Clear means it will clear the screen. So it will just clear the screen. C-L-E-A-R, clear, clear the screen. Man command, I have already discussed about it. Spaces and quit. So main command has these two options. We actually can use this main space and main q command for quitting, space for displaying the next page. Okay, and we have already seen this exit. So if you are okay, so let's see.
Sir, so space and Q are only used when we are in the
Main
man
command,
command, sir. Okay,
correct,
sir.
correct. Okay, what I was showing you. So right now, let's say you are on the shell and you want to check what is the shell, okay, which we are using right now. So if you see this $sign, $sign means this is the shell. And what type of shell it is? So actually In Linux, we can use multiple shells, uh, like bash shell, KSH shell, SH shell. So we will talk about those shells maybe tomorrow in the tomorrow session. But we can use those shells also. Okay, and you actually write any command on the shell itself. So right now I'm using this bash shell. This is called bash shell, which I'm using right now. Okay, and you can exit from this. So if I do exit, I will exit from the VM. Let's say exit. So it means I was connected to the VM. When I enter exit, my connection is closed. So right now I'm on the cloud shell. I'm not in the VM. I'm in the cloud shell. So how can I connect again? So again, you need to use this command, which we copied from there. So you enter that command. Exit means it will exit the session. Okay. So once you will enter this, you will be again inside the VM. So right. Hmm. Any question?
Uh, Sir, we need to again add the same code that I copied before, right?
Yeah, yeah. You need to use the same command to again come inside the VM.
Okay. Okay.
So okay. So today actually we learned about these pwd, cd, ls, get, main, clear, exit, and also touch command and mkdir command. Okay. So these are the commands we learned about today. Let me share this history also with you. History. So history command will show you the history, whatever you have run today. So I ran these all commands. I'll share this history with you in the chat. So it will keep, you can keep this with you. So also, I mean, anyways, this session is being recorded, but for your reference, you can keep this. Here's the chat.
Uh, Sir, near the four, number four is there, right? Beside that, sir. No, sir,
Four
towards your right. Towards your right. Yeah, in the same line, towards your right.
towards your my right.
Right, sir. Still right, sir.
Okay, 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 got
Yeah,
it.
that.
Let me copy it. So I'm sharing all these commands which I ran today. You can copy and save somewhere. Okay. So cd
That
get
Nitesh, you can post in WhatsApp group as
WhatsApp group as well. Okay, sure. Sure. I'll just post this in WhatsApp group as well.
Uh, Sir, I need some small help, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Here, yeah, where will get the that IP address, sir, for the VM? It's like we need to enter.
Can you share your screen?
Yes, sir. I already did
For me. Can you refresh this machine?
this one, sir.
Yeah, refresh this page. Yeah, this is the one. No. Yes. Scroll it right. Scroll right. Yeah, this is the IP. So external IP and internal IP, both not now, not here, not here. On the screen
Uh,
itself. You don't need
okay,
to go some. Close this, close this. On the screen. See this, see this.
for this
Internal
one.
IP. Yes. This is internal IP. This is external IP.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Even though you can get this from machine also, we will discuss on the networking part how to get inside the machine and check the IP. But you can get it from here also for this machine. And the internal IP means it is not external IP. It means you can't actually connect with this VM from outside with this internal IP. If you have this external IP, you only can connect with the external IP.
Okay. So after creating, means like we just created a means like we wrote a file, right, using cat command.
Sorry, I didn't get you. Sorry.
Means we wrote a using cat command. We wrote a file in the folder, no sir.
Correct, correct. Yes.
Yeah. How to delete that? So means like if we don't want, so
Yes. So if you want to delete the file, there is a command called rm command. We will talk
okay.
about these commands tomorrow, Aditya.
Okay, sir.
To delete the folder, to delete the file, to manage the permission for the files. Everything will be discussed today, tomorrow.
Okay.
Anything else you want to ask me from today's session?
No, sir. I am good for today's session.
Okay, all right, great. Thank you then. Yeah, so we'll connect tomorrow then.
Yeah,
Thank
okay,
you.
sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Madhu, sir.